All right, my friends, greetings. Happy Saturday. Thanks for stopping by. So, I want to tell you a funny story. This is about energy independence. No, it's not political, it's about van life. I'm talking to a friend in Texas, let's see, day before yesterday, I think. And she says, "You mean to tell me there's a guy that lives in a van that's got more electricity than I have right now?" You know, in Texas, they're out of electricity because of the ice and the snow and the cold weather. Their grid wasn't prepared for that or something. I don't really know the whole story. But I'm sure the people in Buffalo and South Dakota and places like that are thinking to themselves, "You mean your grid can't hold up a week or two's worth of snow and cold weather?" So they're probably scratching their head right now. But apparently, Texas had some kind of deal where they weren't ready for cold weather. But anyway, got me thinking. Um, Here I am living in a van, 400 watts of solar on the roof, 250 amp hours of battery bank, and I've got more electricity than I use. So I had more electricity than someone living in a $400,000 house in Texas did all week. So energy matters, and that leads me to this. I don't want you to screw around like I did in the beginning, trying to charge only from the alternator. That's a great backup system to have if you can, charge from your alternator. I still have that ability, but I never even use it now. But it's there in case I have some solar panels fail. But in the beginning, I charged from the alternator. I experimented with these portable solar panels, that you lay out, you fold them out, plug them in. Well, they don't last very long, and it's kind of a pain dragging them in and out. You can't put them on the roof and drive down the road with them on, they'll blow off. Even though I did have mine attached with magnets for a while, but it stuck on there. But I decided to go ahead and do an even balance to get the flat, flexible panels, attach them with industrial Velcro, and wire them through the charge controller and into the battery bank, and it's out of sight, out of mind. I never even think about them. And I'm sure you saw that video I put up of how well the panels functioned with 3 inches of sleet on top of them. Incredible. They charged just like they do on a normal cloudy day. Could not believe it. Um, I eventually just let it, I never scraped it all off. I just let the sun melt it away. I did pour a little warm water on it to start the process, but it left some residue up there. I still need to get up there with a rag and wipe them off, but they're functioning fine. I'm parked out in the sun right now, and my batteries never got below 12.6 during this whole ordeal with the sleet and the snow and no sun for 8 days or whatever, just clouds, and just incredible. Solar is the way to go, and it's still cheap right now. You could get a 400 watt system for probably 500 bucks, maybe a little more, a decent system. Just expect to have to replace your panels maybe every 3 years, I'm guessing. We'll see how that goes. But gosh, you get your money back out of them so quick. Think how much money you would spend in gasoline if you could only charge from your alternator. So I haven't done the math on it, but I don't have to sit down and do the math on it to know. Just common sense tells you um, gas is going up, up, and up, and up, and it's never going to come back down, down, and for the foreseeable future. And you're sitting there, they're soaking up the sun. The sun is free. Scientists say the sun's going to be with us for millions of more years before it red dwarfs and implodes on itself. So we'll be long gone before that happens. We don't have to worry about it. So use the free sun. It's just a no-brainer. And I kick myself all the time for not figuring this out, not listening to the wise old owls out there like Bob Wells and that type that have been there, done this. They know solar is the way to go. If you're in a minivan, you're not probably going to be able to get 400 watts on the roof. You might be able to get two. That'll do pretty good. That'll keep a refrigerator running and a fan running. You really only need about 150 watts to keep a fridge running. You'll need at least 150 amp hour battery bank for a refrigerator, because you want to balance out your watts of solar versus your amps of battery. You want to match it at least, but it's best to go over on your panels. Here's for instance, if you have 300 amp hours in your battery bank, go ahead and go at least 400 watts of solar. So go over on your wattage of solar. Just a faster charge. You can't go too fast because batteries don't like to be charged too fast. AGMs, now if we're talking lithium, I can't tell you. Don't listen to me on lithium. But if you want questions about AGM batteries, I can answer anything you got. They're great. I had gels at one time, gel batteries. Didn't like them. They did not perform well in cold weather. They just didn't last as well. They didn't charge as quickly. Just I only had them because they were given to me, But good old AGMs, tried and true technology. You can get a 200 amp hour AGM battery shipped to you from Walmart or Amazon right now for like $350, I guess. And it's going to last you maybe 6 years, I'm guessing. They say 10. But if you deep cycle them too much, you might get 4 out of them. But I'm not discharging mine past, I guess, 75% ever. Well, maybe 85% if you think about it. 12.6, 12.8 is full. Anyway, I'm thinking out loud here. But I guess I can't encourage you enough. Go ahead, bite the bullet, get a good solar system. Doesn't have to be sun power or some super premier panel, but it doesn't have to be a hard panel. Flexible panel's gonna work fine. Keep in mind it's not gonna last as long. But if you can it's just about $1 a watt now for a decent solar panel. $100 panel. Cannot believe that. That is super cheap. And think of all the enjoyment and entertainment you get from electricity and necessary things like a fan running, You're going to be able to charge all your devices, run your fans, run your lights, run your laptop. Some of you may even have a TV. I don't do that. I just use a big laptop and stream everything. I think it takes 40 watts. And I hardly ever use it. Most of my entertainment comes from my phone. That's why I have a pretty large phone. It's the biggest phone that Motorola makes. And I've said before, I love the cheap smartphones that Motorola makes. I enjoy it more than I ever enjoyed my iPhone. And stupid me paid $1,000 for an iPhone years ago. That was the dumbest thing I ever did. But I love my $130 Motorola phone. It's great. It does everything I need. It's got a large display. And I won't feel bad when I eventually break it, because I always end up dropping them and breaking them. And, So anyway, we're rambling all over the place. Solar power. Be energy independent. Off-grid prepping. In one form or fashion. I don't care if you're building a shed out to homestead in, or if you're doing van life, RV life. You got to be self-sufficient on your energy needs. We have learned that most definitely this past week from watching the news. So take care. Be well. Smash the bell.